In applying to study abroad, you will need one professor to recommend you. This professor should be connected to your academic goal. So if you're going abroad for your major or your minor, please ask a professor in your field of study. If you're going abroad for GEs or a learned language, or you have not yet taken any classes in your major or your minor, then you may ask any professor in higher education. All professors must be in higher education, meaning community college or higher, so they don't have to be an SSA professor, but they do have to be higher education. They also have to have given you a letter grade in the class. Think about which professor you are going to ask, then contact them directly before you go into the application. Please do this as soon as possible. Professors prefer that you give them at least 2 weeks notice before the application deadline. When you do reach out to them, let them know that this is a recommendation form. It's very short. It should not take them more than 5 or 10 minutes to complete it, but professors do want sufficient time to work on it. Then once they have said yes, go into the application, enter the professor in the directory, or you can do a manual entering of the professor's name and email address. Once you have done so, you can send off a request. This will generate an automatic email from the Chancellor's office to the professor with a hyperlink for them to complete the form. It's very important that you contact them before doing this, because the biggest feedback we get from professors is they want to know why they're getting an email from the Chancellor's office. Once you have done this, be able to fill out the form. You can't see it, but this is what they will see. They will need to confirm who they are and how they know you. Then it does ask for some basic confirmation about you as a student. How are you academically? These drop downs are on a scale 1 to 4. Do you attend class? Are you an active participant? IP is looking to see, are you an engaged student who is going to represent the CSU system well? They also ask, are you a good candidate for study abroad? Again, 1 to 4. And then they just have to write a sentence or two about why you might be good for study abroad. If they have reservations, yes or no, hit save. That's the entire form. It's really a thumbs up from professors. Yes, you'd be a good candidate for study abroad. We support you. These are only really scrutinized if you were below the GPA requirement or if a program became competitive. Once they hit save, this will log into the application. You will not be able to see what the professor writes, but you should be able to tell if they have done or not when this is checked off or not checked off in your application. If you need to request additional professors, you may do so, but the requirement is only one faculty recommendation. In addition to the faculty recommendation, you do need one CSU IP coordinator recommendation. This is your advisor at SF State who will be supporting your application. That's because the selection committee for the IP applications are down in the Chancellor's office in Long Beach, California, and they don't have a chance to get to know you like your study abroad advisors. The next section on this website will cover which SF State advisor will be completing this recommendation for you. The requirement is just that you submit it to our office to studyabroad@sfsu.edu by the deadline. While professors must submit the recommendation form by the deadline, your study abroad advisors will do it only after the deadline has passed to show our support. We are always happy to recommend you, but you do need to complete both sections to be considered for study abroad.